Hey, I got another tool review. This is the M12 fuel. As you can see, you get the hammer drill and the impact. Now this is number 2598-22. This is a set. I got this set a while back, but I was holding on the video. I want to hold on making a video before because I want to use it for a little bit, and I want to give you an idea of what you get. I'm not going to be doing any testing, obviously, but I'm going to show you a couple of things like I did on the Makita. And that's the reason I got this one, since I returned the Makita. This wasn't special, but the reason I got this set is because, one, I already have M12 batteries and a couple of other M12 tools. And this one comes with one small battery and one of the X3 4.0. And the special that Home Depot was having a while back, which they tend to do quite often, it's the same kit, but you get a third tool. And because I was getting the third tool, which is the ratchet, I decided to get this set because of that tool, since I was working on the car. So this is basically what you get, and here are the three tools. And I'm not gonna go too much into this, since there are a lot of videos about this set, but I just want to get right to it. So you get the three tools here. This is the ratchet, as you can see, and as you can see, it's being used. But you also get a bag. This is a bag. It's it's like a 12-inch bag, I think. But there are no pockets inside, which is kind of sad. It's a nice bag. I just wish it had pockets inside. They do have them outside, but I like to keep things inside. So you do have 3 on each side, and it says Milwaukee. So it's a nice, very thick bag. So that's pretty nice. Now what I want to get into is basically the tools here. Let me see. So I have something to compare it to. This is the Milwaukee screwdriver. But what I want to get into is basically show you the wobble. Does this have any wobble as bad or not as much as the Milwaukee? So let's take a look at that. As you can see, I'm on the drill right there. 1 or 2, it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to go speed 1. So let's take a look. Let's do it this way. So as you can see, there is wobble on there. It's a lot less than I believe the Makita had, but there's still quite a bit of wobble there. So and that's a small drill bit. So on the drill itself, let's take a look. You do have a tiny bit, but this is actually the longer and bigger drill bit. So let's take a look at that. Put this one in here without cutting myself. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because obviously you don't want a lot of wobble on the chucks. I have a hole on one of my valve covers that holds a bracket, not the actual valve cover, that I ruined the threads on it. So I need to drill it out, and I'm gonna need to do a helicoil, but I'm waiting for that kit. So that's the reason you want to make sure you get something that doesn't wobble a lot, because you don't want to make those holes bigger, especially on a car. So as you can see, it has a little bit of wobble in that. So I have the other what do you call it, the drill driver. It has a I'm I'm just blanking out today. Drilling option here, so that's why I wanted to test both of these. I haven't had a chance to use this one much. Let me see if I can get one of these in here. This is a quick release on it. Okay, there we go. So let's look at this one. Let's see. So some people may just say it's the actual bit. So we're gonna take those off. We're gonna use these bits. Those are new, by the way. I haven't even used those bits. So this is new. Take a look. This is what I used with the other Makita last time. So you can see there's still a very light wobble, not as much, which is nice. Try to center that. So let's see how that goes. All right. All right, so let's take a look without the bit. So obviously that's the most important part of any type of tool like this. You want to be able to center on a hole, whatever that may be. A lot of people do use this for construction and things like that, but if you want to use it on a car, you definitely want to make sure you got it nice and straight. With that in mind, I just remember, let's test this one, because I do have this other one which might come in handy for what do you call it, the right angle for the where I need to make the hole. I'm not sure which way is it going. Okay, it's working. All right, there we go. So let's look at the right angle. Trying to aim at the camera at the same time, but as you get the idea, they seem to have a tiny bit of wobble. But that's the reason I'm making this video, because a lot of times the let me see here. See if we can look in there. It's kind of hard to see that. Let me see. So it's either the round pieces aren't cut concentric, or the teeth are not cut the same. Let me see this one. They look pretty even, but obviously that's just a guess. And this one uses the quick bit on there, so technically you shouldn't be getting a lot of wobble on that, since that's using the but as you can see, you still do get a tiny bit of wobble. So let me do the smaller ones are a little better. At least on these two. But you still get a little bit. So that tends to be a little bit annoying, although it's not as bad. So that's mainly what I want to show you on this type of tool that has the chuck, so you can get an idea of what you're getting. So far I use everything except for this one. I haven't had a need for it, but as you can see, I use the this is the I believe the brush model of the M12. I can't remember, but the reason I like it is because this had the smallest head for the ratchet, and also I'm not using it to do big bolts with this one, so it worked out perfect. Actually, at times it was even too long, and this one does have a lock on here, so that's kind of neat. So that's the reason I went with this set, and as you can see, so far it's worked out okay. But yeah, always check your chucks. Definitely check that, because from what I've seen, at least from the couple of other ones that I've noticed, they can either be okay or really bad. So I hope that helps. Like making this too long, I basically use a brand new drill bits, as you can see, and also the new bits. I haven't used those, so I want to keep this check very close and similar to the Makita that I did before. So if you haven't seen that video, just go ahead and look for it on the channel, and you should be able to take a look at what I did on that. But yeah, I just wanted to do a quick video for a while, at least until I was able to use the drill mainly, and the extra tools. So it is worth it when you're getting extra tools, obviously, like anything else. I mean, now you get 3, 4, 5 different tools, but these are the basic ones that I use, and I actually use them, so for the most part. But anyways, there you go.